the early stages of my work, I studied the basics under the premise that you needed to know the rules before you can break them. I tried to create the illusion of perspective and three-dimensional space on a perceived flat picture plane. People remarked that the works had movement, which again is an illusion, as nothing living ever really stands still. So I attempted to paint and draw things as I see them, in motion. I began to wonder how absolute flatness could even exist in a three-dimensional universe. Even the tiniest atom has 3 dimensions. I tried to address this issue by making a series of works that drew the viewers in to a perceived depth, and once establishing that, shatter the illusion by adding collage elements onto the surface of the picture plane, like looking through a window into space and then changing the viewer's perspective to focus on the glass in the window. I started building objects in real space, out of anything: wood, stone, steel, auto parts, old boats, found objects, whatever. And I began making things that literally jumped off the wall. Some of them were quite formal, and I made monumental attempts at filling actual space with form. I experimented with the canvas to be perceived as objects in themselves. Around the year 2000, I discovered digital 3D modeling in the world of vertexes and CAD drawings and the possibilities they opened up as an artist. I was hooked, and I often spent 14 hours a day behind the computer. I'd often compose random images in 3D, print them, and mount them on canvas, where I felt I could establish a connection between these seemingly random images that somehow flowed out of my subconscious, and then I could find out what the connection was. I was always a science fiction freak and began creating narratives in imaginary worlds and environments. Hyperreal science fiction inspired fantasies of worlds at the edges of space, and create for the sake of creation. Graffiti had always been a part of my practice, and now I was developing it behind a computer, conceived digitally, composed and manipulated, sometimes printed and further enhanced with paint or collage elements. The body of work seeks to synthesize all these influences, everything from classical Renaissance painting to manga, comics, graffiti, abstract expressionism, formal sculpture, and assemblage. At this stage, 3D imagery became a powerful tool in my paint box. My work is done on a monumental scale to create an environment the viewer can immerse himself into. These stand in public spaces or hang in private collections around the world, and they're best experienced in person, where the viewer can bathe in the aura they radiate. However, in an attempt to reach the largest number of viewers, I'm now seeing that the way most art is disseminated and experienced by millions is through the small screen of a cell phone, digitally. My latest body of work seeks to address that development, and it's composed so that the viewer can experience the work in its true form, the form that it actually was created in, pixels. At the moment, I'm making a purely digital art, scaled to size and illusion-free. There's a purity there, a work that can be seen by a large number of viewers at the very scale and in the medium in which it was created, without any intermediary representation.